and welcome back to Possessive Movie Talk. Today we have something awesome to show you. Right, Necromia?
Yes, we're actually going to talk about something just as possessive as me.
Okay, so the first one we're going to review today is Witchboard, an old classic from Kevin S. Tenney. Really a great movie about Witchboard. And of course Witchboard 2, which is, yes, also a movie about Witchboards. This is probably the best ones about the subject. And also from Kevin S. Tenney is Witchtrap as a bonus. So these are the ones we're going to talk to you about today.
Yes, enjoy.
Witchboard. It's a 1986 American supernatural horror film written and directed by Kevin Tenney in his directorial debut, and starring Tawny Kitten, Stephen Nichols, and Todd Allen. At a house party in Fairfield, California, Brandon Sinclair uses his Ouija board with his ex-girlfriend Linda Brewster to contact the spirit of David, with whom he had communicated before. Her boyfriend Jim Mora insults David, which provokes him to slash the tires of Brandon's car. The next day, Linda uses Brandon's board that was left behind to contact David, who informs her where her lost engagement ring is. At the construction site where Jim works, his friend Lloyd is killed by a fallen drywall. When Jim is questioned by Lieutenant Dewhurst at Lloyd's funeral, Linda contacts David about the accident. Linda begins to fall under progressive entrapment, where the spirit terrorizes the user enough to weaken them into possess them. She becomes increasingly preoccupied with communicating with David and begins to experience nausea and other symptoms, leading her and Jim to believe she is pregnant. Brandon brings over psychic medium Sarah Beth Crawford to contact David through a seance and to exorcise him if necessary. Sarah Beth channels David, who claims to be a 10-year-old boy. This further leads Linda to become protective of David and her communication with him. Witchboard is a great multi-layered story about friendship and love, entangled with supernatural evil forces. There's really more than meets the eye with this film. It's quite inventive and suspenseful.
Yeah, the best movie ever made about witchboards for sure.
Witchboard 2: The Devil's Doorway is a 1993 American supernatural horror film. Written and directed by Kevin Tenney, it stars Amy Dolenz as the main protagonist. Paige, a young accountant, moves into a spacious loft apartment in Los Angeles, owned by Jonas and his eccentric wife Elaine. Her police officer boyfriend Mitch is angry with her for moving out of his house and dismisses her aspirations to work as an artist. In the closet, she discovers a Ouija board. Big surprise. While playing with the board, Paige begins receiving messages from an entity who claims to be named Susan. First, the board correctly predicts that Paige will receive a promotion at the accounting firm where she works. When Paige asks several tenants about the building, they tell her that a woman named Susan Sidney formerly lived in her apartment. Witchboard 2 isn't as good as the first one, but it's definitely not bad at all. In fact, it's very different. Even though it does have some familiar themes, it still stands well on the story on its own. And director Kevin S. Tenney gives you a feeling that it's the same universe. All in all, considering that it's a direct-to-video sequel, it's very entertaining and very recommended.
Yeah, and funny enough, it does have a little cameo of Jim from the first movie, just to show you it is the same universe. Witchtrap is a 1989 American supernatural horror film written and directed by Kevin S. Tenney and starring James W. Quinn, Kathleen Bailey and legendary Scream Queen Lynera quickly.
Whitney O'Shea is a clairvoyant who is reluctant to embrace her psychic proclivities. She is pursued by Agnes and Felix Goldberg, two fellow paranormal investigators, who encourage her to utilize her gifts. Whitney is convinced by the Goldbergs to assist in the investigation of a Gothic Victorian home in Solano Country, California, alleged to be haunted by the spirit of its original owner, Avery Lauder, a famous illusionist, warlock, and a suspected serial killer. Also joining the crew, a video technician, Ginger Kowalski, and skeptical operatives Murphy, Levi Jackson, and Tony Vicente. Devin Lauder, Avery's nephew, has made an effort to reopen the home as an inn catering to paranormal tourists, but has halted the plan after Asimo, a magician, enlisted to spend the night in the house and he died under mysterious circumstances. Witchtrap is a lot of fun. Some dialogue and acting is a bit cheesy.
Then what is bothering you?
My God, Agnes, are you so blind with ambition that you can't see that you're willing to sacrifice anything or anyone in order to get what you want?
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
But the atmosphere and awesome practical effects definitely makes up for it. And there's really some fun and creative camera shots that adds a lot to the movie. It's quite entertaining and fun. So all in all, Witchtrap isn't as great as Witchboard 1 and 2, but it's still highly entertaining. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell about my old Anchor Bay DVD. Yeah, this is just too awesome. I really couldn't bear in my heart to get rid of it. And what's this? Ooh, it also includes a Ouija board. It says don't play alone. Well, maybe we should play together. Huh, Necromia?
Yeah, why not?
So that was it from Possessive Movie Talk today. We really hope you enjoyed our reviews. And remember, till next time,
We'll see you sooner than you know. What's going on?
oh shit!